El Nino, written by Faye Robinson. Introducing El Nino. Huge waves crash onto beaches. Winds blow as fast as speeding trains, damaging people's homes. Heavy rainstorms pour as much as 5 inches of rain in an hour in the desert. What's happening? It's El Nino. El Nino is the name of a powerful climate pattern. El Nino happens about every 2 to 7 years and can make the weather wild. Word-wise. The words El Nino mean the little boy in Spanish. El Nino begins in the Pacific Ocean. For reasons scientists don't completely understand, water near the equator warms up to a higher temperature than average. This causes the air above it to warm up too. The warmer air and water move east. The warm air and water cause huge changes in the weather. In the United States, the West Coast is directly affected. Effects on the West Coast. Because of El Nino, the winds over the Pacific Ocean can whip up big storms. Most years, there are about 4 to 5 hurricanes in the Central Pacific. But during 2 years in which El Nino was active, there were 11 hurricanes. Pacific hurricanes rarely hit land in the United States. But when a hurricane dies down, winds sometimes carry what's left of the storm to land. Because of El Nino, rainstorms and unusually high water and waves can pour onto the California coast. Towns and cities along the coast can flood. Stores, homes, and highways fill with water. People have to leave quickly. Because of El Nino, huge waves can crash into the shore too. During one El Nino, enormous waves pounded against seaside cliffs. The waves caused the cliffs to erode. Houses built on the cliffs slid into the ocean. Because of El Nino, the weather changes can be less violent in some places. In the Northwest, winters are usually cold, rainy, and dark. An El Nino winter can feel like spring. Flowers can grow and bloom in January. People can wear light jackets and enjoy the sunshine. Because of El Nino, life in the water changes too. The warmer surface waters affect where fish live. Some fish that normally live off the coast of Southern California disappear. Fishermen can lose money. Because of El Nino, California sea lions have less to eat. The fish they eat go to cooler waters, so sea lions get confused and sick. In January and February of one El Nino year, 629 California sea lions washed onto beaches in California. People worked hard to help them. More than the West Coast. Clearly, El Nino affects the West Coast of the United States in big ways, but it affects other places too. Because of El Nino, wind patterns high above the earth change. These winds bring weather with them. Because of El Nino, southwestern deserts can flood with rain. In other parts of the West, dry weather can lead to more forest fires. In the Midwest and Northeast, winters can be warmer. People can spend less money heating their homes. The Southeast may have fewer hurricanes. Countries around the world are affected too. La Nina too. There is another weather event called La Nina, which is Spanish for The little girl. The weather patterns during La Nina are almost the opposite of El Nino. The effects of La Nina are usually less extreme. Since 1950, there have been fewer La Ninas than El Ninos. Of course, there are years in which neither El Nino nor La Nina happen. There's more to learn. There is no typical El Nino year. Meteorologists or scientists who study weather are trying to figure out the patterns. But one thing is for sure. Because of El Nino, the weather can be wild. Good job!